Hello there. So while I'm waiting for the white rice to cook in the rice cooker, because I'm going to have some leftover dal, I thought I'd read a little bit from my novel that's called Missing Persons. And this is just one extract. It's pretty tough, but it's important as a part of the narrative. So I could tell you a little bit about the whole narrative arc, but I might just put that in the notes here. So basically this section, because it's kind of divided up into different sections, is called The Sacred Heart of My Father. Even though he wasn't a good Catholic, he tried. Never one to shirk the bonds of responsibility, the most important religious days. Even after their separation, my mother consented to allow my father to take us to Mass for Christmas and Holy Week. Every good Catholic would attend, the church overflowing this time of year. He taught me that prayer. Sometimes, after a bout of drinking, my father would lumber upstairs to my little brother and me, seeking solace in that mantra. We've got to pray. Pray with your Father. O Sacred Heart of Jesus, have mercy on us. O Sacred Heart of Jesus, have mercy on us. O Sacred Heart of Jesus, grant us peace. My father would clutch me by my pajamas and kiss me with his whiskered face. I remember the rashes from that steel wool brush. That is what it's like to feel such a kiss from a man. I learnt early. So my father would keep mumbling, realizing his wrongdoing, even as he climbed over me, sweaty and beer-breathed in the dark. I repeated the prayer as he rubbed himself all over my body, his body a wasteland, a tundra of white hairs and white fat, which had been muscle in his earlier days. Images flood me, living in the hills a decade ago, the sharp smell of wet clay ground, running to watch the bushfires that lit closer the rim of houses that lined the street. Neighbours in a flurry, reticulating water from garden bores to calm the fury, and the heat sweating beads on our faces. My parents at their most human, in fear, just like children. The coldness of early mornings and the emphysemic cry of magpies. Myself running down old tracks through the bush on my way to school, shading my mop of black hair from their ravenous beaks. They built nests out of human hair. They were coming after me like Tippi Hedren in Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. The primal smell of oil from cars parked in the driveway. My father's low-sunk, dirty motor LTD that always caused me to get sick inside, or my brother's own gold Tirana, gritty with sand from the beach. The sight of my brother's car being brought back without him, to sit in the garage on stumps for years, rotting away in its own rust. Holding my breath underwater, swimming out to the black rock in Albany. If I reached the horizon, I would reach the other world. I would be too far gone, too far out for rescue. Visions of mermaids and submarines. A big dusty wardrobe, locked inside by my older brother, who has tied a satin dressing gown cord between the two pearl handles. I go inside seeking Narnia, another door to another time, or like the TARDIS itself, big with concertina space, like memory, but instead hit the chipboard, reality, the black rock at the beach, my head going under. Now voices. I shiver as in a sickness. Like in all fairy tales, I have eaten something poisonous, my own dreams. I bang at the walls that enclose me in darkness, but I can only hear the taunts of 1,000 devils. My asthmatic wheeze splits into 1,000 voices. I'm the boy with 1,000 voices, as my brother had called me. The record booms like something deep underground, an explosion. Echoes. Run for the shadows, run for the shadows, run for the shadows in these golden years. A weight falls on me. It comes out of a growling, black cloud. The black cloud changes into an animal with a giant bull head, like the Minotaur. I am heavy as an astronaut on re-entry. My body is pressuring under several hundred Gs. I try to shift, but I am entirely paralyzed. Only the eyes move. There are two new sounds, a child moaning and a man talking to him. These voices come from outside the evaporated cloud. They are a stuck record. What I hear then are words in prayer. The axis of my spine bends. I am unlatched. I look back on my paralyzed body. I am leaving. I walk towards a garden where my mother is. Perhaps this is Gethsemane. There is always a garden at the heart of everything, of creation, Eden. My mother brandishes a sword which flashes in a million brilliant colors, a concatenation, a pixelated diagram. My eyes sting on seeing this. It is almost too much to bear. Like looking in the sun too long, I will go blind, so I look away. I look at my feet, naked and light. I look at my nails, which glow faintly like half moons. My mother says she has protected me. She has killed the beast. She is a messenger from God. She exhibits both the high regal bearing of Nefertiti, the florid sanctity of Mary Magdalene, one and the same. She bids me to come with her. The time has come. The kingdom is at hand. These words lacerate me. I remember the pain of being human. My body has started to convulse. I am not breathing. I know my mother as a liar. The beast has won. Its claws sink into my chest. I am doubled over down there. Paralyzed still, I am trying to reach for something. It's a ringing beyond the sounds of the two voices. Childhood is a secret encryption, hard to decipher. A series of signals tapped out in Morse code, but over the years you lose that original encryption, and all that comes out is a jagged communication with intermittent bursts of something intelligible. I remember a few other sounds, always the same. The jangling of keys and coins in his baggy pockets. But I am unsure what all this means. Again, I am like an astronomer searching the skies, picking out white noise from the satellite dishes for galaxies and time that took place thousands of years previous, but perhaps no longer exist. Can you even trust memory? Memory can change, just like feelings. Memory can also be like the blob. It shatters parameters, crushes things in its way. Amorphous. I don't have any neat certainties anymore. I have no map. Life, it seems, becomes a series of discontinuities, possessed by other voices. Perspective offers slippery footholds. You can only sink back into that blob, memory, and hope you don't get crushed. So much time gazing into the heavens. Looking at the night sky is actually looking into the past, scientists tell us. But we always look to the heavens with a different cast, the future, where my brother is, as my mother says, the place of all our origins. The night, like Jesus and his Sacred Heart, the night embodied my fear, a shiver of expectations. I had always been a dreamer, my father said.